Sierra would not have gotten into Stanford. Like, I don't care what
I don't
her
care if she got
SAT
straight
scores.
A's.
Exactly. She's not in any sports. All she does is tutor. Like, she does
All she does
band.
is that
does
single
band.
community service.
Exactly. Like,
Have you seen Stanford's admission rate is 4%?
Exactly.
You need to, like, win a Nobel Prize.
Literally. No, she
get
would
it.
not have gotten into Stanford.
She would not.
No.
But it's a legacy scholarship. See, that's what's wrong with America.
What's the legacy?
Both of her parents went to Stanford. So that means they probably donated a lot of money. And you
never
put
mind.
that in your mouth.
Take it back.
Never mind.
She definitely would have gotten into it. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like she could have written, it would have been funny if they showed her like writing for her college admissions essay, like what she did and like how it changed her as a person. Like the
Because
movie.
it didn't.
Yeah.
Well, she would have wrote about her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm too insecure to show my face. So, I got her.
Literally. No, but no, you're right. What did you say about I lost it. Oh my gosh. Wait, you said something about
That noise is going to be in. Astro, stop it. You're ruining our life.
Oh my gosh. No, no one like no character development except Veronica.
Veronica was the only character that
Had
developed.
Yes.
Because she actually changed at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. No, she like it was actually she had an arc and it made sense and like she was a good person.
She was a good person.
Like one
You
of the
could
best
see,
characters.
you learned so much about her through her family
Exactly.
and her experiences.
Exactly.
And like the whole
was she
Spencer
the
thing,
character?
even you
Exactly.
could, like everything helped her
Yeah.
become a better person.
And there was a natural progression. Like Sierra didn't seem to learn anything from her experience.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have like had like if she had to like redo the entire thing, she would have done the exact same
She would have
thing.
done the exact
She
same
had no remorse for it. She just was like unhappy that people got hurt. But like if
It was all her fault.
Exactly. And if people hadn't gotten hurt, she wouldn't have had a problem. She wouldn't have seen what's wrong.
Yeah, if Veronica, let's say they didn't kiss.
Exactly.
Who knows? This thing could have been going on for years.
Exactly, which is another unrealistic thing. But wait, don't we have to like explain the plot of the movie?
We'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Let's start with it.
Okay, so we have 5. Oof, I wrote it. I didn't write it down on this time. Okay, we have 5 criteria that we judge a movie's realism on, and it's family,
Friends.
relationships,
School.
and personality. And relationships like romantic relationships. So, family. I don't know, so many teen movies, like, unless they're focusing on family, they just don't do it right.
They don't do it right.
Yeah, and, like, her family was kind of, like, an example of that. Like, her parents are kind of, I don't know, they're like, their lifestyle is very, like, involved and active, but not in her life, and, like, they just seem kind of negligent to her, and it's
her dad
pretty downplayed.
Her dad just quotes different authors, and
Yeah.
that's not parenting.
No, it's not.
You just like, honey, and then you just say, to be or not to be, Shakespeare.
Exactly. And she's like, thanks, Dad. Like,
you're the best.
Exactly. And like it's not really addressed as like a thing. Like her mom like does the little acronyms and stuff, and like Sierra, like she has her outburst once, but I'm pretty sure her mom probably continued doing that and didn't see an issue with her parenting.
What was her mom's job? It was like,
she was like
motivational speaker?
Yeah. So she probably like
She
wrote a book or
sucks.
something. She sucks. She's trying to like
worst
she's just
motivation.
bringing her job into like her kids' life
Parenting-
and like
parenting-
trying to push it
different.
onto her. I guess it's kind of like if you had like a mom that like wrote a parenting blog or something, I'm sure that's a terrible mom in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people that like their jobs are something that involves their life. Like people that are relationship coaches, I'm sure they have like terrible relationships.
So like the other show, Sex Education, his mom is like a sex therapist. So that's why his own sex life is so screwed up, and he can't, it messes with him so much.
Yeah.
So I really like that show because that's a good like parent.
Exactly, but see,
Personally.
they only focus on that.
No, he also
really?
has like, because it's a show. I think that's the difference. Because with the movie, you don't have that much time to focus on everything.
Yeah.
Shows are so much better because there's time to focus on parents and relationship and school life and like everything.
See, I feel like if they would have made this more of a romance movie, like this wasn't really a romance movie.
Right,
It was
there
more
was
like
never that.
They were trying to send a message, but it was just so shallow of a message, as though like what they're trying to say actually is mean. I feel like they were just trying to get a movie out there that had something to do with the message, just to like get.
Yeah, they try to just have a movie because it's like, oh, I'm a fat person.
Exactly.
And they use too much of that.
Yeah, they're trying to use that, like the pretense of having a message, to market their movie.
Yeah, I hate movies that are very aware that they have a message. Mm-hmm. So they're like, please listen to me.
Exactly. And then they end up not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
And that was...
Because, yeah. And her family, and her dad, the fact that he was a successful author and everything.
Yeah, they could have done so much with that.
I like the part where she said, like, the pressure got to her. She had to like, live up to her dad.
But I don't feel like they showed that at all. They just kind of said it in
She just kind of said it.
I guess, like, maybe with the college applications, but she got
she's
to Stanford
legacy.
anyway. Exactly.
That's
like, she shouldn't
a
have...
flaw?
Exactly. Yeah, she shouldn't... No, anyone who, like... I feel like, I don't know, people that are... Their parents are alumni, like, and they know that, like, they have money and stuff. I don't really think that they worry about college that much. I feel like she wouldn't have worried about college as much as she did because of her parents' success and the money that they have.
Yeah, and the movie did not show the amount of stress that it actually takes to go through college.
Like, why did... That's a different category.
Yeah.
Okay, Veronica and her family. Again, Veronica just had a better character arc, better, like, setup, and, like, her family, it was realistic in the sense that it explained her personality and relationship and the way that she interacted with people.
Yeah, you
like,
could tell the impact of her family.
Exactly, like, the fact.
Why she was the way she was.
Yeah, and like, she...
The bully character, like, you can see how she, like, reflects, like, her mom.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, she changed it when she realized that was happening. And I honestly, like, I guess Sierra was supposed to be, like, a good influence on her, but she's not that great of a person. Veronica did this with her. She got better through her own volition.
Yeah.
She realized...
Sierra taught her about philosophers.
Exactly.
And then they became friends because...
Yeah.
Pretended to be your boyfriend.
Yep.
Or no. She pretended to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know why Veronica let that happen.
I know, right? Who would have actually let that happen? Like,
yeah.
If I were doing this,
I would feel awful.
Yeah.
Because you're literally tricking another person.
Exactly. No, I would have told that person by now.
Like immediately.
Exactly. No, I would have, like, you would have, like, if you were doing this and you tell me, I just would have been like, hand me your phone.
Yeah.
It's really quick. Oh my gosh. No, it's, okay. Friends.
We kind of touched on.
Such a bad friend.
Sierra,
oh my gosh.
I don't like her.
Okay, first of all, why is Jamie spelled with an EY? I've never seen
Because he's pretentious.
He's
a quarterback.
Oh my gosh. No, it's an IE. That's disgusting. It's like the James. That's why I was saying, like, why are there multiple James? Why can't it just be James? It's like Jamie. It's like one James. Jamie's. That's the only acceptable name. You can't be a Jamie. You have to be a Jamie's.
Oh my god.
And then what did you say over the phone call when he was talking about him being a bless your soul. Her dog sneezed. When he was talking about being a fat baby and, like, that was his only flaw, like you said, it was like
he's shaming fat people already.
Exactly.
In, like, the first phone call.
Yeah, no, movie. You have
Sierra's
to, like,
completely
stick
okay
with
it.
something. Ah, jeez.
What category are we on?
Friends.
Sorry. Oh yeah. And
yeah.
what's his name?
Dan. He
deserves
when
so
he
much
was
better.
Yes. No, but when he was eating Sour Patch Kids, like, just in the morning, like, that's a mood. Like, people do that. There was this one girl in my chemistry class. Let's call her Mim Darcy. I don't know. You probably don't know her.
Darcy?
No, that's not her actual name.
No, I know that.
Yeah. But every morning she would just bring, like, this bag of, like, candy and just eat it in class, and I was like, wow, that's a mood. So yeah, I can...
unhealthy lifestyles
exactly
fit perfectly.
Yes.
So high school movie.
Honestly, I feel like Dan was more of a realistic, like, I don't want to say nerd, like, overachiever than Sierra was.
Yeah, he was, like, genuinely worried about things.
Great, yeah.
Sierra was just like, my relationship.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Like, I would never let a relationship take over my school life.
Never.
Oh my gosh. No, no. Okay, before Sierra was doing all the terrible stuff, though, she had a good friendship with Veronica. Like, I liked the progression of that friendship.
I like that a lot.
If it wasn't under these circumstances, it would be great.
It was so natural.
Yeah, it was very natural.
And Veronica was just, like, let her into her life.
Exactly, yeah.
Because she's the one who was, like, okay with this.
Yeah.
It was all for Spencer.
Yeah.
But he's a douchebag.
Yeah, but that made sense with, like, Veronica's backstory, because it's like the thing, like, kids tend to repeat the mistakes that their parents' relationships had, and so it was a similar situation, but thankfully Veronica realized that.
She is smarter.
Yes, much smarter than her mom. Yes. Yeah, the relationships are good, I guess, but the circumstances kind of suck. But she treats her friends like trash, and they just forgive her. They just forgive her. Like, she exploited Veronica's insecurities completely by posting
She logged into her
Who
Instagram.
could? That's just so invasive.
That is so
invasive.
invasive.
And, like, no one... that's just so unrealistic. Like, you see someone kiss someone once, and then that's, like, the drastic measure that you take? I don't
get that, because the whole premise of the movie is that Veronica is pretending to be in love with the guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So obviously he would think it's okay to kiss her.
Exactly.
And she wouldn't, like, back off. That'd be really awkward.
Yeah, no. It's...
So, yeah, they kissed. But Sierra, you did this to yourself?
Exactly. You know what was going to happen when this happened.
Fully were aware. I know she said, don't kiss him.
Yeah.
But what were you expecting?
Yeah, I know.
Like, every time that she would just cover his eyes?
Well, I guess I can kind of see it. I guess it's the whole sense of, like, if you look under, like, this, what am I trying to say? If you look at this movie from a different lens than, like, the whole, like, insecure with your body and, like, the way you look, like, trash that doesn't really have to do anything with the plot. If you look at it from the sense, like, a girl whose parents are very successful and she feels under pressure to, like, be all these different things, and, like, she's kind of teased at school or whatever, and she may not be that, like, she's a teenager, she's still trying to figure out who she is, and she has all these different things, and she wants to be in control of one thing in her life. Maybe I can see, like, her seeing that situation as being out of control, but the fact that, like, they put it off, like, they they made it look as though, like, it's her being insecure about the way she looks.
Yeah.
And, like, that kiss made her feel, like, less than...
Yeah, the whole self-esteem thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's, like, very confident.
Exactly.
In the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
The first scene, she's in the shower. She's like, you're, what, a beautiful beast?
Yeah.
She's so confident in herself. Veronica tries to bully her in the beginning.
And she's just... she like, brushes it off.
She brushes it off.
If they would have played it more as
like a confident
person who's under stress.
Yeah.
From all these different things. It didn't have to be about body. It didn't have to, like, they just tried to...
Because if she was confident in herself, which I think she is, she would have just told the guy, Jamie, hey, I'm someone else.
Yeah.
And then roll credits.
No, yeah. They didn't have to do it.
If her character was like, I'm insecure,
then
I don't know how.
Yeah. Then they could have done...
And this success pressure... I think it would have made more sense, maybe, let's say she wasn't a straight-A student. Let's say she wasn't as good in school.
Yeah.
And, like, her parents were like, why aren't you getting A's?
Exactly.
And then she's like, that's when insecurity builds up. When your parents are like, you're not good. But her parents are so supportive.
They are, even if they're not that great of parents.
Even though, like, you see them 2 times. They're like, Sierra, you're amazing.
Yeah.
She has, like, a good family. Like... It's a lot more stable than Veronica's, let's be real.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And her teachers are like, you have talent.
Exactly. Like, everyone
is confident.
Exactly.
She
shouldn't stop being insecure.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she starts crying. And her mom, and she's like, you're so skinny.
Exactly.
And I'm not. Do you know what it's like to be me? But I thought she loves herself.
Exactly, and
like it doesn't.
It's not something that, like, hinders her in her life at all.
No, she's so successful as a student.
It's not.
So why is this one guy making her fall apart like that?
I don't know. I've never been in love.
What do we know?
Wait, we're on Friends. Wait, we were talking about personality. We're on Friends.
Well, I don't care.
Okay. She ignored and disregarded Dan, like, completely. Like, and he was just fine with it. And you know what she said in an apology? She said, I'm sorry that I suck.
And he was like, that's okay, I know you do.
Exactly.
But we're still friends.
And, like, she never apologizes for anything.
Mm-hmm.
She never, like, explicitly goes out and says the list of the things that she did wrong and, like, apologizes and said, I'm sorry that I did this. Here's why I did this. She just was kind of like, I'm kind of sorry that you got hurt that I did this. I wouldn't have done anything differently. I don't really care that I did this.
Yeah, I would not accept that apology at all.
It would have ended, like you said, like, after the football scene, like, just roll credits.
Yeah, it would have just been everyone's mad at her.
Yeah.
Jane would have been like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Dan would have been like, don't talk to me.
Yep.
Veronica would have been like,
don't talk to me.
And then
she would have focused on her school.
She could have gone to Stanford
without.
Okay, but at the very end, where they're working long distance.
Yeah,
that's gonna fall apart in 2 days.
First of all, UCLA is not that far from Stanford. That's not long distance. Also, do they live in California then?
Yeah, I guess.
Probably. Yeah.
They must be rich. That's a big house for California.
Yeah. Okay. Relationships. Romantic relationships, the premise of the movie.
Yeah. I liked their phone calls. Were so cute.
They were cute.
And the texting. I mean, the
that
animal
makes sense.
pictures.
Oh my gosh, no, were they like sending each other memes essentially? Like what?
I guess.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Almost.
It was a bit extreme.
Yeah, they tried though. They tried.
It was cute. They were so awkward and.
Yeah, but not too much. That
not
it was like,
too awkward that I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah. And like it was cute. They were fine. They were. But just the entire circumstance.
Yeah, it makes sense that like they're first interacted over texting and calling and FaceTiming.
But if she just would have
told him, hey, I'm Sierra.
Mm-hmm. And then they could have continued without a hitch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait. So they FaceTime, right? And like when you see the laptop screen, it's not like a widescreen, it's a phone screen. So he's supposed to be FaceTiming on a phone. But when we see his phone, it's an Android. And that's an inconsistency. So it's impossible for them to have ever FaceTimed.
It was all a dream.
Yep. Also, who texts hashtags? They were They were reaching a little.
Hashtag regret.
Like it wasn't even ironic either.
It wasn't.
No.
Oh my god.
And oh gosh, the plot was just so unrealistic and so hard to watch. It was
very unrealistic. Because every second in the back of my head, I knew that Sierra did this to herself.
Yeah.
Just go tell him who you are.
Exactly.
Those two things kept going in my head every second. And don't you just love a main character that's dumb? That's like really dumb.
I know, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I can't watch movies like that. No. And you're like, why aren't you doing the most logical thing?
Mm-hmm. And I guess it's the whole suspension of belief thing, but this was too much. It was too far.
Too much.
Yeah. You're watching it and you're like, this would never happen.
The whole kissing thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
she was
making so much noise. Anyone could have seen her. Like,
don't open your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if he did?
Oh, whoops. We forgot to talk about the culture.
Culture.
We know we didn't say it as a category.
Culture. I'm saying it now.
Wait, school.
School.
Okay. School. It was more realistic than To All the Boys.
Yeah, because she did talk about college. Yeah. And what her counselor said was so true.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing special that stood out in her application.
But she still got in.
Because legacy.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to go with that. Mm-hmm. I want to know what happened to Dan, because the poor guy
I know, right?
was so worried about college, too.
I know.
And
Which
he's not a legacy.
School? Was it, Wellesley or something?
Him going to an all-girls school.
Without, okay, first of all, his character.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's not. How do you argue your way into an all-girls school? Is that
that's not
that
even cool?
No,
that's creepy.
Yeah,
to go to an all-girls school, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah. I feel like you would have aimed for a better college then.
And what all-girls college is worth going to? You argued away. What did you threaten with a lawsuit?
I know. And I'm black.
I didn't like that. No. It was just trying to be funny.
Yeah,
I get that.
And whatever.
Go ahead. The scene with her and the all-guys track team.
It doesn't work the other way around. That's not.
I don't like that.
No.
It didn't. There's really no point. Because what are you trying to prove?
Yeah. Unless, like, they had made a point about
I get the, like, women and equality.
Maybe if you were, like...
But that doesn't mean you try out for the men's team. That means you take the women's team and the men's team.
There's no such thing as a men's track team.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as, like... It doesn't matter, like, you just try out and, like, you're going to run against women because that's how you're going to be able to win, because naturally guys are going to be faster.
Yeah.
Unless you have the times, literally, I'm in track, by the way. Unless you have the times to, like, match a guy and, like, if the women are just too slow for you, you're not gonna be on. And it's, like, we all practice together. It's not anything that's, like, separated.
Yeah, and, like, all sports in high school is like that.
Mm-hmm. And, like, even the wrestling team, like, at our school, it's all guys, but, like, a girl can still try out. Same thing with cheerleading, right? And then probably
football. There are guys in cheerleading.
Yeah, probably, like, it's not...
Because that's a whole other issue that they just kind of threw in.
Yeah.
And nothing happened out of... They just threw up, and the coach got mad at them.
Yeah.
And then next scene. Like, what was that supposed to mean?
Exactly, I don't what even was that scene, actually?
She was like, it's going to show those colleges a cool extracurricular.
Like,
but you wouldn't even made it... I don't know if you'd even made it in for, like, the girls' team.
I don't know.
Because you have to, like...
That scene was nothing. That scene literally had nothing to do.
They could have cut down this movie so much, and then added scenes that mattered.
Yeah, like parent stuff.
Good movies do.
Exactly.
Every scene matters.
Yes, exactly. You're right. So much of this movie just didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
This movie didn't really matter. They weren't saying anything. It wasn't. The romance didn't really make sense in the end because of what was the point of this movie? What was the point?
To make money.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
For Netflix to make money.
Okay, school. We were on school. We were talking about school. So yeah, we were talking about the track thing.
Mitosis.
Oh yeah.
Their biology class.
Why are they in biology class? Like, especially if they're seniors. Are they seniors?
I think they are. Cause
they're supposed to be seniors since they're, like, going to college. That, like, if they talk about it, I assume that they're seniors.
And they, like, skipped over graduation?
Exactly.
Which I think is one of the most important.
They didn't even say, like, at once, like, we're seniors this year. Yada, yada,
yada. Are they juniors?
But why would they show the colleges? Why does it matter? I don't know. Like, we didn't start college applications junior year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not, nah. And the fact that they're in biology class in senior year and learning about mitosis.
Are you kidding me? I learned that in, like, 7th grade.
Exactly. Like, no.
I thought she was supposed to be smart.
And, like, what are they even doing in biology class? They're just looking into a microscope the entire time.
Yeah.
And then writing some things on a paper. And the teacher doesn't even care if, like, someone walks out.
It's like reading a newspaper.
Especially if, like, she's supposed to be in advanced classes or smart or whatever. She wouldn't be in that type of biology class.
She would not.
Yeah, or in the same biology class as Veronica.
It'd be way more intense.
Yeah. And they'd learn more, and the teacher would care.
The teacher would definitely care.
And then English, like, their assignment was, like...
Write a poem. Is that an AP stuff. Is that an AP English class?
Exactly.
Because you're not writing any poetry in AP classes.
No, you're studying for that exam. That's it. Literally.
I know. And her poem was, like, a song, and it wasn't even that good.
No, it wasn't. Like, her voice is like... Okay, sure. That one girl, the first one that went, her poem was fantastic.
So good.
Exactly.
And I was saying, like, that scene doesn't make sense in the movie either. No. It's another scene they just kind of threw in.
Yep.
It would have been better. I like it.
Yeah,
it's just not in that context.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
In a teen romance movie.
Yeah.
A poetry slam type poem.
I guess they were trying to, like... Also, the beat that they did barely matched it. Like, it was just kind of like...
Slap the beat.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And I guess they were trying to add... I think it was about, like... Diversity? Was it about diversity?
Diversity, like,
they're trying to add
it
something
was a good
about,
message.
Yeah, but it didn't make sense.
The thing about messages is, like, you can't just throw them in.
Exactly.
Look at us. We're feminists.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, it's...
Black Lives Matter. No.
Oh, did you see her poster in her room?
What poster?
It was like,
Equality for all.
Yeah, all equality for all.
Yeah, in Sierra's room.
Gosh. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like, it's sweet.
Oh,
I like the color.
Louise, I would die before I'd have a poster like that in my room. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, it has nothing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a movie about teen romance and then just, like, throw in.
It's
I like that they tried.
Did they though?
That's true, they didn't even try.
No.
They just threw things in. It's better than leaving them out, I have to say.
I guess. I feel like, to all the boys I've loved before, they barely talked about anything. It was just a romance movie.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. If you're gonna focus on this unrealistic phone call, whatever thing, just focus on that. Mm-hmm. Or focus on Sierra as, like, just an overwhelmed person.
Yeah, or, like, elaborate on
anything about her character. Literally, like...
What is her character? As like, her...
We can move on to personality.
Yeah. Her entire character is, I'm smart. I know.
The way that she talks. I hate the way that she talks. Theoretically. Like, it's just... She's talking like she's trying to be smart. She's talking like the smart person in, like, a dollar store teen book. Like, the way they're just random vocab words thrown in there.
That's true.
And, like, she has, like, some, like...
Like, the screenwriters for that movie.
They just pick...
Like, this is how teenagers talk.
Exactly. Especially if they're smart.
Smart. That's her entire personality is, I'm smart, I know.
Yeah. I'm confident, but I have low self-esteem, of course.
Yeah, and she doesn't like the way she looks.
Yeah.
But she also does.
Yeah.
She's still confident.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like herself enough.
But they don't really show that.
They don't really show that.
No. Like, they just kind of show her...
That's her personality.
Confident. Yeah, and she's very controlling and creepy and weird.
Veronica's personality
is fantastic.
Yeah. The character arc.
Great. Right?
She's so sweet.
She's so perfect.
She's the one who helps Sierra so much.
Yeah.
Like, Sierra just teaches her philosophers.
Yeah.
Which, like, don't even matter.
Exactly. It doesn't end up mattering at all. They just
matter.
needed something to, like, have them bond or do the thing.
Yeah, even when Spencer, like, ended up not mattering.
Yeah.
Veronica still hung out with Sierra.
Exactly.
Still, like, stood up for her. Like, she's kind of cool.
And, like, she still ended up going to, what's his name? Jamie with the Y. And, like, explaining why Sierra did all these things and, like, arguing for her and, like, having him go. Like,
at the end of the movie,
they got together. She didn't deserve that. Like, she's not even a loser. Sierra Burgess is not a loser. Sierra Burgess has no self-respect, and that's that.
Who said that? Someone said that. Dan said it, right?
Oh, yeah. No. He said it to, like, someone else. Like, in the stands, like...
Oh, I thought he said it to Sierra.
No, I know. I wish. He should have, honestly. But one thing I can say, her car does match her aesthetic. And that's...
Yeah, I love how cars match
personality.
And Jamie's car.
Yeah, and, like, even into all the boys, like, Laura Jean, her bike matched her aesthetic. The car matched the sister's aesthetic. And what's his name? The guy...
Noah
Peter.
Centino.
Yeah, I know. His car matched his aesthetic. Yeah. Everyone's cars, they match. Okay, last category that I guess we're going to include for this movie and maybe future movies, culture, just because there are some things that don't really fall under any category that just are about, like, teenagers as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Especially in this day and age.
Yeah, exactly.
Culture is so important.
Exactly.
It literally shapes who we are.
Yeah. And
so many movies don't do it right.
And it's the generational thing. Like, they're just appealing to an older generation that's not us anymore.
Yeah, they try to, or when they do try to appeal to our own generation, they get it so wrong.
Exactly. It's
but
just
we still watch it.
Yeah, we just cry a little bit.
We like to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Because it's not real at all. Mm-hmm. But I like the social media aspect.
Kind of. They only used it for plot, though.
They broke up with me on DM.
I know. Okay, that's realistic.
I like that.
Yeah. But they kind of only used it for plot. It wasn't just something that was casually.
Yeah.
Like, I wish they wouldn't have to focus so much on it or focus too little on it. Like, just, it's something that's a part of our lives. Just kind of show that. Like, I, like, check my emails, like, regularly. I look at the weather.
I don't do that. But like,
I look
just
at the
little
weather.
things,
like, exactly. Like, my mom, like, texts me something and I text her back.
Or just like social media in general too, like Instagram. You don't see any kids using Instagram just like in the hallways.
Exactly.
Or just like on Twitter.
Yeah. Or even like listening to music with their
AirPods, guys.
Exactly.
That is so iconic.
Yeah. Why do
honestly, none of the high schoolers listen to music. None of them care about. No. Like movies or cultural
pop culture references.
Pop culture,
like just
completely missing.
Well, okay, I guess they can't do that without like copywriting stuff. But
yeah, but like why 80s and 90s movies like you can see the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything they do, the way they dress, the way their hair.
And even especially the ones that were made in that time period,
exactly.
like they knew about the time period. But for some reason, why, like they're just so out of touch with us now.
Yeah. They just no. Why can't anyone understand social media?
I don't know. It's
hard.
But it'd be nice if, like, for once, like, the person would be, like, watching a YouTube video instead of doing their homework and then something happens.
Yeah.
Like just casually
that happens all the time.
Exactly.
We are on our phones way too much.
Yes.
And it's not even texting people sometimes.
No.
It's just...
It's trying to find meaningless entertainment.
Meaningless entertainment.
I'd like a movie about that.
Feeling the void in our head.
In our hearts.
In our hearts. Because we find no love.
Oh, no one... Okay. This is again with the... I feel like they did better on this one than To All the Boys with the whole popular thing.
Yeah.
And the jock thing. No one says jock anymore. I hate that word. I would never say that in public.
But just like they're on the football team.
Exactly. And like anyone who is, like, that doesn't automatically make them, like... And even... Like, it's not the only thing that they focus on. And even if it is, like, that's a career that they want to pursue. It's not weird or, like, a label or something.
Yeah.
Like,
there are kids on the football team that are, like, in Ivy.
Yeah, exactly.
And like... I don't know. Why they focus...
Oh, and football is not like poetry. I don't know what
that one metaphor. Football's like poetry. It's so deep.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That made no sense. No. Don't ever write a poem.
Yeah. Oh, and then when the friend said, like, okay, if you want to commit social suicide.
It made me want to die.
Yeah, I want to commit suicide. Not just social. No, I've never heard that said in a public
That makes sense. In the 90s.
Yeah, I guess.
Mean Girls, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to copy the Mean Girls popular vibe.
Exactly.
It, like, defined the 2000s, and they think it's still applicable.
Perpetuating. It's not.
There needs to be that one movie that changes.
And I feel like it's because,
landscape.
like, when the movie makers now were in high school, that's how they remember it, and that's the only way that they can picture it. But, like, I don't know. And because in the 80s, that's how it kind of was. Like, it was easier to, like...
And now, it's not that.
Yeah, it's not. You can be so many things than just one thing.
The popularity. How does she have 20,000 followers on Instagram?
I don't know, like, just from being a person, like, we kind of saw her Instagram when Sierra was going through it. There's nothing interesting there.
Yeah.
You'd have to, like, post, like, doing my morning yoga with, like, a majestic mountain scene and, like,
or like
OTD
Britney
with,
Spears.
like, exactly. It has to be, you have to be either a celebrity or, like, an insane influencer who has something to say on their platform.
Did she buy her followers? Like,
maybe.
Maybe.
She might
that
have.
desperate. Maybe that's why she's poor.
No.
She buys all her followers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Honestly, and, like, the divide thing, I feel like The Breakfast Club, and I can't wait to do that movie, by the way, they had more to say about, like, these are not just these labels, they are actual people, than, like, any of the current movies have to say today. Because
why does Veronica have to be the only popular kid that gets, like, a redemption arc and, like, she's better? What about her friends?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
Oh, my God, they're still the popular kids?
Exactly. Honestly, yeah.
What?
I don't.
What? Why are they still... People are... Like, teenagers are humans. I hope people realize that. Like, we're not, like, cardboard cutout.
Exactly.
I hate all of you.
Exactly.
Kids.
And we don't have that kind of mindset. Like, I don't look at someone and define them by what they do. I probably don't even know what they do, honestly. It's not just common knowledge that this one person is popular and this one person is a jock. Or a nerd, or, like, whatever that means. And first of all, like, everyone nowadays needs to be a nerd in order to get into college. Like, a quote-unquote nerd. Like, you have to have good grades and whatever. Yeah. Everyone kind of has to have that now.
Everyone cares about grades. We said this before.
Yeah, but
I feel like everyone worries about school.
Yeah, that's, like, top priority. School and family, then friends and relationships. That's kind of...
Maybe for us more than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're biased, but I still think even if you're a jock, even if you think you're the popular kid, if you want to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life, then keep doing it.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not that bad. It's just that's what we've been conditioned to say.
Yeah. I love McDonald's. I love you guys.
Okay, so on a scale of getting an eyelash stuck in your eye and getting locked in the back of an ice cream truck and freezing to death, How realistic do you think?
Say as realistic as slipping on a banana.
Slipping on a banana peel. Because it's like, it's something that we see.
In
often.
cartoons.
Yeah, it's in cartoons. And like, you know, the whole Sierra Burgess, like the relationship drama, the self-esteem issues. It's something that we
The popular kids.
Yeah, it's something that's perpetuated, but like, it's not.
It doesn't happen
it's
in
just
real life.
so animated and so over.
It's so like choreographed and
Yeah, exactly.
done specifically.
Just like slipping on a banana peel.
Which
Like,
does never happen in real life.
no.
Never will.
Nope.
Unless you're an idiot.
I think there's like one vine of a kid.
Because it's a vine. So.
They should have Vine in like movies.
Yeah.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Vine is so important.
It's so
culturally,
important to our culture.
emotionally,
Literally.
religion.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and when Vine died,
I died.
I died.
I have not
And then
been
Musically
alive
and
since
TikTok
2017. Okay,
We
yeah,
hate TikTok.
TikTok, yeah. I'm one of those people that like TikTok's fine, but it'll never be fine.
It's never. I don't even care.
Yeah. I've watched like a couple of the ones that are like TikToks, but it's essentially Vine, and I watched it and I was like,
Sorry.
So this was another episode of Clicks, Chicks, and other what was it? And other misrepresentations.
We don't know.
Next episode, we will be talking about.
We can do this later.
Okay. Okay. Cool.